We're live, we're large and in charge, or something like that. And we're going wherever the mussy takes us. It is I, your host, the mussy man himself, Mr. Michael Garza here. We're taking a look at a few different areas in Coos Bay. We're walking up a hill, and it's gonna be a bit of a walk, actually. We might go up the whole entire hill. I'm not sure, but it's a crazy hill. Oh, feels good out here today. Let me put a poll up here real quick. All right, so we got the poll going. It's Bitcoin digital turds. I figured that'd be a question of the day, yes or no. I think it is, but what do you guys think it is? So, interestingly enough, I don't actually know where that area leads, but I don't think that's exactly a dead end, though. So there's the up area. There's the big gigantic hill, which we're going to try to explore here in a second, but that is a dead end. Yeah, it says right there, dead end. So I thought it might be like a way to get up somewhere, but we'll see what we can find here. It's mostly madness today. I might not even need to wear this. It's starting to get a little hot. Might end up putting my coat in my backpack, but we got the backpack and ready to get some exercise. This hill is not an easy hill. In fact, this hill's a pain in the fucking ass. If I'm going to be truthful with you guys, it is not a fun hill to go on at all. This hill is pretty. I mean, this is just the very beginning part. We got a law office up here, though. I don't know who this is, but Lawrence Finneran. My man's getting free advertising on the one and only Michael Garza show. This place is Marino and Associates. Oh, real estate appraisal. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. But we're going up a hill. It's good shit, man. Here we go. Whew. All right, here we go. This hill, by the way. Most brutal hill of all time. Here we go. This is the steepest part of the hill. I'm going to take breaks. Trying. You guys have no idea how steep this hill is. It's been so long since I actually walked up it. Well, we're at the first part of it. Thank you, Dilly. Appreciate it, G-Dog. We got 4 votes. I'm not used to this. Feels good though. Like lots of resistance. Yeah, I'm thinking so myself. Let's read the poll. So 4 votes. It's Bitcoin digital turds. %80 of you said yes, and 20% said no. Smart crew. 20% who voted no, I'll forgive you. As long as I can make it past this hill. Mr. Donaldson says, Garza, check out this hill I'm going up. So this is the hill. Made it so far up this part of it. And, I mean, it's a steep hill. Like, I don't know. You guys probably don't. I don't know if you guys can see how steep that is. Let's see. Andrew and Garby says hello. Now we're going to go to the highest point of this hill. And then we're going to go all the way back down to the lowest point. That's going to be the goal. And we're doing it live. I'm going to try not to sit down, though, is the key. The goal is to not sit down at all. And see if we can climb the hilltop. I'm not really climbing, but I'm going to stay on the sidewalk just in case a car comes barreling down. Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy walk. I got this. Hill of death. Here we go. I may have to sit down here a bit. Okay, this should be a good place to rest. Okay, for now. That's a little rough. Just need a second. Damn, you don't realize how out of shape you are when you start doing steep hills. And it kind of hits you. You're like, oh shit. But well, I think we're pretty much at the top of the hill. The only thing left is doing just going downhill for the rest of it. Well, I want to get to the tippy top though. There's a turn peak to the left. There's a very beautiful it's a very beautiful sight when you get up to the tippy top. I'll show you guys we're up a very high hill. Mr. Donaldson says, you the man. Thank you, Mr. Donaldson. I appreciate you, G. Yeah, you can see around here. I'll put it to the camera, the good camera, so you guys aren't seeing my ugly mug. It's beautiful up here. Very good real estate. I don't know if any of the houses are for sale though. With all that YouTube grifter money I've been making, I might be able to buy one. But no, overall I love challenging climbs like this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod for a second, and just gonna let you guys see the beautiful view while I take off my coat. Definitely gotta take off the coat. It's too hot out here for this little thing. Put this in my backpack. You guys get to see a shot of my legs here. So my girlfriend and I, we drive up here on occasion to see the city view, and it really is gorgeous up here. It's fucking beautiful up here. So I don't know if I'm necessarily at the tippy top yet, but I think I'm pretty damn close. Like, I think I might be at the tippy top of the hill. But yeah. So the Walrus Poacher says, nice calves, no ditty. I appreciate that. It ain't gay to recognize another man. All right, so let's we'll get back to my ugly mug here real quick on the camera. But yeah, this is the hill. I'll show you guys the really cool views. This is actually one of my favorite spots to come up to, just because, I mean, honestly, you get such a gorgeous view of downtown Coos Bay from up here. It's honestly, so look at those, like it's gorgeous up here, man. These people keep their lawns looking very sexy. But yeah, killing it. But it's very gorgeous up here. That's kind of, see if we can get a better view of the downtown. You kind of have to, that's kind of a decent view. Okay. So there's where we came from, sort of. Hold on. Oh, it's a deer. Hello, deer. There's probably plenty of you around. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that. I'm not surprised though. Deer usually, I think, chill out on the top of the hills, but that's beautiful. What's going on? Do you want a berry? I don't have any food for you, but I think it's gonna walk down those stairs. I'm not gonna follow the deer, but because that's somebody else's property. I don't want to go on their property. But check this out. I don't know if you guys could see this, but that right there is down. We just walked up a. It took only 15 minutes to get up here from the bottom. That ain't bad considering I sat my fat ass down for about 3 minutes, but look at that view. That's just gorgeous right there. That is downtown motherfucking Coos Bay. Beautiful. Let's keep going. We might even be able to get a better view of downtown if we're lucky. Here, let me get back on my ugly mug. I guess I'm not that ugly, but whatever. I'm a beauty queen. But yeah, no, the view of downtown Coos Bay is so beautiful. These houses are so gorgeous. Like, as far as real estate is concerned, this is super sexy. I don't think I'd ever want to live up here, though. I'm too cheap to live in an expensive place. Even though I'm getting closer to financial freedom and stuff through all my investments and shit, but I couldn't live in a nice place. Well, I mean, like, I couldn't live in a place like up here. Even if I did, I wouldn't exactly know what to do with myself. Now, this place is super gorgeous. I don't want to start taking photos or anything of people's places, but this is... It's pretty tight. Oh, man. That's beautiful. Look at that. Everything about these places. The problem is, if you live in a place like this, it's like, these are nice, but these are beautiful, but it's not up my alley. I just prefer my diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, commodities. Still got some real estate, obviously, but you know. Now we're at the pretty much the top of the hill. We made it. Yeah, very beautiful location though. Very gorgeous. I look like a meth head scavenging through. So down there's a dead end, but it's kind of cool. There's like quite a few things up here. Like if you check out down here, it's like condos and shit. It's pretty tight. Like really see, what's really nice about this is like there's a lot of incognito houses up here, like houses that you just wouldn't expect. Makes me believe there might be a few wealthy people, unless they went into extreme debt for these places, and that kind of sucks. But very gorgeous. But yeah, I prefer to make my money not on real estate, but stocks and bonds are pretty good. I prefer to act like a bank, because bonds, man, I'm always buying corporate bonds, government bonds, stocks, mainly stocks though. That's where my big money is, because if you think about it, diversified portfolio of stocks is always good, because while you may have a good idea about like the financial statements of a company and all that shit, you may not exactly have the idea of what the future holds. Even though I love Coca-Cola, and I could probably safely invest in Coca-Cola, and that could be my only stock if I really wanted it to be, there's not that much safety in being so concentrated into one single company, even if you believe in it, even if you know it's a good company. That's why I prefer to spread out my risk like John D. Rockefeller. It's the way to do it, man. Maintain wealth. And really the way to maintain wealth is through diversification. Whether not just in stocks. Be diversified all over the place. Be exposed to commodities, exposure to, sorry, I'm a little winded at the moment, to be exposed to really any sort of asset that has some sort of value. Anything that the government cannot print is really what you should be trying to avoid. Let's see, where should I go next? I think I just saw a squirrel fly from a tree. Let's see. Okay, so that's spruce. Now, if we want to go back the way we came, we could take some sort of reciprocal course, but oh yeah, here we go. Now the easy part is yet to come. It's pretty much just going downhill from here. It's a very steep hill, I might add. Look at these beautiful roses. This is quite amazing. Yeah, those are unreal. I'm gonna give myself a quick rest. I wonder if some of these hills actually lead, like, there's a street right there. I know where that one leads to the left. Oh, it's beautiful. Hey, my man drinks Busch Light, smart motherfucker. I love that shit. Now, the big question is that way a dead end? I don't think I've ever really taken a... Let's see. I think it just kind of loops. See, I think it loops a little bit around, so better off just going back where we came. Actually, we can go down here. Probably just end up at the park, and that'll be the relaxation spot. So we're going to make it go all the way down to the park. Might find a nice little bench or two. Screen froze again. Poll's still going. What's going on, people? Yeah, we're still making our way down the hill. We're actually taking a different course this time, a slightly different one. Making our way downtown. What time is it? My legs are a little bit sore, but we're good. All right, we're gonna take a Probably hard left over here. This little, very intense walk. It was very fun though. Very steep hill. Just gotta give myself a second here. Let's keep rolling. We're only 30 minutes in. Normally, if I didn't have this backpack and this camera, I probably would have done that a lot faster. But it felt good, you know, doing it from the... Definitely be nice to sit on a bench. Well, hopefully this encourages anybody to get their ass outside. Oh, it's a fun thing. Yeah, having that little, I didn't realize, but after taking off my little vest, I was less heat stricken. Here we go. All right. Woo, we got this. Well, I think we'll find a bench in the shade. Be the smart way to go. Yeah, legs feel like jelly right now. That was a good walk. Oh, actually, you can take this way. This is one way that most people don't know about. You could take this way to get to the woods. Nice little detour. Sometimes I forget this way actually exists. But yeah, that is one of the nicer hills. I think they call it Telegraph. In Coos Bay. Pretty solid, man. Looks like the pool's open. S47 AS says, other than Coca-Cola, what are the best stocks? Honestly, there's a lot of great companies out there. Sometimes just referring to the S&P 500 can help. I mean, they are kind of overweight for some of the companies, like really overvalued. I think you should personally be exposed to just about every single stock you can. That's why I say, you know, look at the different ETFs out there, because different ETFs have different I prefer index ETFs, exchange traded funds is what that means, because each ETF holds a basket of companies, and yeah, it's pretty solid. Here we go, going right to the forest. Probably chill out on the bench for a second. Yeah, this is where the old chimney used to be. I miss the old chimney so much. We used to have little fires up at the chimney. It was really great. And we would all just chill out next to the fire. Usually throw shit in there. That was always fun. S47AS says, do you joke about crypto being terrible, or are you serious? I'm actually dead serious about crypto being a joke. You are literally trading your money for strings of data. Like you know how like the NFT craze was a big deal? NFTs and Bitcoin really are not that much different. They are a little bit different, but not by much. You're still owning a string of data, and that string of data means nothing because it's not backed by anything but a fucking piece of software. And while the software is decentralized, ultimately what it is just private money, and the value of that private money is purely determined by people buying or selling, or depending on the pressure. It's Bitcoin is all crypto is bullshit. All crypto is a Ponzi scheme, and I am dead serious. And I'm usually not too serious on this channel, but I do like calling out Ponzi schemes when I see one. And Bitcoin is absolutely 110, maybe 200, 400,000% a fucking Ponzi scheme. I'm not even kidding. Like I said, in all seriousness, I firmly believe Bitcoin's a joke. The joke is that Bitcoin's the real joke here, and it just doesn't have any intrinsic value. All of its pricing points are based on basically belief, and any asset that is held together by simple belief and speculation is not an asset that I want to hold for the long term. However, because I do bet against Bitcoin, and I'm fully transparent about that, by the way, I do hold. I actually got into Bitcoin kind of early because I was a little bit more naive when I started investing, so I didn't know anything. But when I was like, okay, I'll own some Bitcoin, and it turned out to be all right because it did have some gains. But I did start to realize that basically it's garbage. Leon says, I gotta go now. Bye-bye. Bye, Mr. Liam. Appreciate you getting in on the channel. I appreciate it big time. Thank you. Thank you, Liam. Appreciate you, bud. But yeah, we're up here in Mingus Park at the moment. I'm just chilling out by the benches. I can't believe I just walked. It only took me basically 28 minutes really to get up to the tip of the hill and top and down. I was a little bit slow. I did take a little bit of breaks for sure. Shouldn't have had my jacket on. I should have just had my t-shirt on the whole time. But I was huffing and heezing at first. Let's see. S47AS says, do you think that Doge will grow to $5 by the end of the year? Dude, if that bullshit goes up to $5, I'm going to find whatever vessel I can to bet against it. Because anytime crypto goes on a bull run of any kind, I'm betting against it wholeheartedly. Like any day of the week, I will always bet against cryptocurrency. Any day of the week. All crypto's stupid. Whether it's Dogecoin, I don't see, people are valuing it based on the market value for it currently. And the only reason people get into it is not because it's valuable. It's because they think they're going to make a quick buck. That's really about the extent of it. And usually they end up being the ones who are the bag holders at the end of the day. And like the people who bought, I laugh so hard, but the people who bought Bitcoin at $109,000 per coin at that rate are fucking morons. I'm just going to be quiet. I think they need to hear that. If anybody who bought Bitcoin at past $100,000, you're dumb. It's really a Ponzi scheme. And look, if you make a quick buck out of it, good. But if you think that Bitcoin in the long term is actually a real holding, then, I mean, I feel bad for you, man. I just don't know what to say. Except for that you're wrong. And is that nice to say? No. But it's accurate. But yeah, I think Bitcoin's digital turds for sure. 78% of you agree with me, it looks like. 22% say no. Yeah, just because you believe in something doesn't mean it has intrinsic value, you know? Can you tell me why Dogecoin is valuable? What does it do? Why is it valuable? Why does it matter? Why is Bitcoin valuable? Does it have utility? I can tell you why gold is valuable. Gold is utility. It can be utilized in so many different ways. It's a conductor. It's malleable. But the thing is, it can be used technically in the real world. It has an actual natural value. Whereas Bitcoin is backed by decentralized software that we don't know who actually built the software. We know the software is open source, which is great, but you can't just tell me that somehow Bitcoin is the solution to our monetary issues. I think the problem is really just productivity. If we're going to boil it down to it, and I would rather put my money, I'm going to trade my money for actual real assets, not bullshit. And anything that's crypto is basically bullshit. That's the best way to look at it. That's not financial advice, obviously, but I'm pretty sure at least any sort of financial advisor worth their salt should agree with me on crypto that it's all a Ponzi scheme. And that the best thing you could do is probably bet against it using leveraged ETFs. It's not financial advice. Talk to your financial advisor. But if I'm a little bit pissed, if financial advisors are actually recommending Bitcoin, it's a sad day for the world, man. I mean, the world's gone. Even the people who have fiduciary responsibility have gone full grifter mode, if that's the case. But we shall see. So we're at 71% for the battery life. Well, I want to take this show into the sun. I'm a little tired of being in the shade. I want to get a little more sunshine in, but I want to kind of sit down while I'm getting some sun. So we're gonna make our way downtown, walking fast. All right, here we go. We're making our way back down through the woods. I do love the Mingus Woods, though. They are my favorite place. It's my favorite place to go. Oh, it looks like the phone's kind of coming out a little bit. There we go. All right. But yeah, I think all crypto is bullshit. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, man, please shout out the questions, brothers. But I love doing questions like that just because, I kind of coined that from my boy Charlie Munger. He said that, he was seeing a lot of his friends in Wall Street trading Bitcoin. He's like, when you see your friends playing with turds, it's best not to participate. Kind of tell them it's a bad idea and then move on. But, yeah, I love betting against Bitcoin because I know that what happens is Bitcoin attracts the dumbest of the dumb. They all get into it at the same time because they see the price go up, inflating the price. And then what happens is people like me are getting into leveraged ETFs like the S-Bit and the Biddy, and we're betting against their ass 24/7, That's just kind of the way it rolls. I'm going to put my backpack back on fully. Making our way down the hill. One of these days, I think. One of these days. I'm going to try making my way down to the park benches, so. Right next to the swimming pool. There's the benches. We're almost to the benches. All right, so there's the benches right there. So we're kind of at a bird's eye view angle. Here we go. All right, we found my favorite bench. This is my favorite spot to do the show. It's not too shaded, but it's not too crazy either. I can't believe it's only 1:26. This is crazy. Oh. Ooh. Let's see. All right, so we got 10 votes on the poll today. Let's see what we got. So, is Bitcoin digital turds? 80% of you say yes, and 20% of you say no. To the people who say yes, you're absolutely correct. I think there is a right and wrong answer on this. And it is what has intrinsic value and what doesn't at the end of the day. And that's just kind of my thought behind it, is what has intrinsic value, what doesn't, right? So I'm constantly looking, and you're basically owning a string of data. If you get into all crypto's bullshit, by the way. It's all BS. It's all a Ponzi. It's all a grift. I could say that with absolute confidence. After studying, it's funny, I actually got bored and I studied Ponzi schemes and grifts over the years, and like multi-level marketing schemes. And Bitcoin, man, it participates in the greater fool theory. It participates in, basically, greater fool theory is that the hope that somebody will be dumb enough to buy what you have at a higher price. And, as long as there's enough fools around, which there may always be, they may choose to opt into buying at a higher price. But a lot of these fools, when I will say this though, when Bitcoin goes up, I'm betting against it wholeheartedly, because it's trash, it's garbage. There's no reason to, and I'm bursting a lot of bubbles here. But here's the thing: I'm not gonna sell my soul. I'm not gonna become a crypto channel. That's bullshit. I'll be the anti-crypto guy for sure. I don't think it's the future of anything. It is not the future of money, not in the slightest. And I could say that with pure confidence, just based on my study of history and Ponzi schemes, and it all just becomes very apparent after that. Study enough Ponzi schemes, man, you start learning a few things, and yeah, kind of start figuring it all out. Looking for what do I have here? I was thinking about plugging this into my power bank, so that way I'll have a little more power for later. Let's see how much is left on the power bank. Oh, I got 3/4 left of pure battery on the power bank. Hell yeah! I'll get out my handy dandy charging cable. Let's see, man. I feel like Dora the Explorer with my little backpack, and I just don't have a map. That's the that's the one thing about this show. I go wherever the fuck I want. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. It is fun to wander though around Coos Bay. Honestly, I don't look like somebody who even has money, so nobody fucks with me. I look like I'm actually homeless, so it's a good thing. Most people probably think I'm crazy and methed out, which I'm hoping that's kind of the goal, because it's better to be wealthy in silence. I call it stealth wealth, where you make it to where people think that you're fucking poor as shit. And my parents think I'm poor as shit, and I love it. Most people don't know that I actually have a lot of income coming in. And I wouldn't say a lot of income, but enough income to where it's like, if I needed to do like DoorDash on the side, I could actually live off the dividends and live off the swing trading along with doing DoorDash as a side gig. So there's like pluses everywhere on it. But the whole goal is to have your investments pay for your life. And that's why I invest as much as I can. And the swing trading's been good, because I've been able to take a lot of those profits and throw them into like ETFs and stuff like that are really well diversified and have growth on them. And really, I just want a good dividend at the end of the day. Not like, it doesn't have to be like, as long as the dividend growth is there, that's really what I'm looking for, because dividend growth is very, very important to me. But I do prefer to be spread out. That's one of the reasons why I love real estate investment trusts so much, is because, one, they have good cash flows. Two, I don't have any actual real estate I'm exposed to, which kind of sucks. So the best exposure I can get to real estate is through real estate investment trusts at the end of the day. So it all just depends. But yeah, that was a good walk. This is a 45-minute live. I'm going to do another live here in just a few moments, where I kind of, I might even do a few short video films and stuff like that while I'm out here. But I'm going to get out my handy dandy notebook. Definitely going to do some short videos as well. Try to tack on as many as I can. And where the hell's my notebook at? Where's the notebook? Ryan Gosling's got to tell me he loves me with his notebook. He's gonna tell me he loves me with his Star Trek notebook. He's gonna tell me he loves me, I swear. But all right, let's see. Do I have any pens? That is the ultimate question. Normally, this backpack has some sort of writing utensil in it, and I might be bone dry. If I'm bone dry on writing utensils, I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm gonna go Hulkamania on everything and everyone. Okay, I got my belt in there. That's cool. I actually might not have a writing utensil in here today. That may be a first, and I may not have any. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, what's that? That is a little screwdriver. And what is this? This is a lighter. Do I really not have a fucking pen? Oh wait, I do have a pen. Oh my god. There we go. Well, it's a pencil, but it doesn't matter as long as it can write. I actually have a motherfucking pen. A motherfucking pen. Hell yeah. But one thing I do love about doing these, just going out and chilling out in the sunshine. This is my favorite spot to hang out in the park. Secluded enough, but like you still get those nice rays, and you're not getting like bombarded by mosquitoes and stuff because it's not completely shaded. So it's like this is the perfect spot to do a show. I'm gonna write down a few show concepts, at least what I want to talk about in the next live video here in a bit. But if you guys have any comments, if you guys want to leave any super thanks on the video, I obviously appreciate those. And we'll see what the next show brings, and we'll try our best, which is fun. But yeah, Sunday at the park, man. Sunday show, Sunday meltdown. I'm going to try to think about the next topic for the next live video, but I'll see you guys in a second. You guys just saw me go up a damn hill. Go up a hill, go down a hill, and then land right back in Mingus Park to do a show. But I'll see you guys in a bit.